Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 16 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 3201. Find the maximum length of valid subsequence 1. Let's read the problem statement. You are given an integer array nums. A subsequence sub of nums with length x is called valid if it satisfies this condition. Okay, sub of 0 plus sub of 1 modulus with 2, it should be equal to sub 1 plus sub 2 modulus with 2, and it should be equal to sub of x minus 2 plus sub of x minus 1 modulus with 2. Okay, so we have to return the length of the longest valid subsequence of nums. And what is subsequence? A subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting some or no elements without changing the order of the remaining elements. Okay, so let's understand this. Okay, so if you see this example number 1, all right, so we need one subsequence, right? So let's say we have elements like this a, b, c, d. Okay, so if I am taking here a plus b, okay, a plus b, all right, and if I do the modulus with 2, okay, so this value, it should be equal to b plus c modulus with 2. Okay, let's suppose this is a valid subsequence. Okay, and this is equal to c plus d modulus with 2. Okay, right? So this is how we are making a subsequence valid, right? Okay, so here if you see a plus b, okay, sum of these two modulus with 2. Okay, so sum of these two and modulus with 2. Okay, so that simply means we are dealing with odd or evens. Okay, so since if I divide any number with the 2, okay, so if it results in a 0, that simply means it's even. Okay, right? And if it results in 1, that simply means I'm talking about odd, right? So if you divide any number, let's say 2 3, okay, just divide it with 2. Okay, 2 12, 2 11, okay, 2 11 22, right? And here what is the remainder? You are going to get 1. Okay, so that simply means this 23 is odd. Okay, same way if you take any even number here, 24, so 12, so here 24, and you are getting 0. Okay, right? So modulus with 2. Okay, modulus with 2 simply means we are dealing with odd even. Okay, so this value modulus with 2, it should be equal to this value modulus with 2 and this value modulus with 2. Okay, so here if you see this this pattern first, okay, 1 2, okay, so valid subsequence, right? So 1 plus 2, 3 3 modulus with 2 is nothing but 1. Okay, and here 2 and 3, 5 5 modulus with 2 is nothing but 1. Okay, and 3 4 3 4 is nothing but 7 7 modulus with 2 is 1. Okay, so this is valid, right? Here is this a plus b modulus with 2, b plus c modulus with 2, c plus d modulus with 2, all are matching. Okay, so here if you see how we are taking numbers, uh, we are getting 1 1. Okay, when we are going to get the sum, here a plus b modulus with 2 value as 1. Okay, when we have one value even and one value odd. Okay, this way or this way, odd and next one is even. Okay, so if you do this, you are going to get summation of even and odd. If you do the modulus with 2, you are always going to get 1. Okay, so this is one thing, right? So example 2 even and odd 5. Okay, 7. Same way 7 modulus with 2 1. Okay, so first if you take odd, then next time you take any even, let's say 2. Okay, again 7 modulus with 2 1. Okay, so this is how we get value as 1. Okay, always, right? So here we are dealing with this pattern, even odd, or I can say odd even. Okay, this pattern, right? Done. Okay, now if you see this particular example, so here also we are taking this odd even, odd even. Okay, right? All right. Okay, now see this example. So here both are odd. Okay, so when both are odd, so what will happen? Both are odd. When both are odd, we are always going to get even value, right? Okay, 7 plus 7 14, right? Or if we take both even, then also we are going to get always even. Okay, so from here, from these things, I conclude one thing, right? Maybe this value comes out 0 0 always. Okay, or maybe this value comes out 1 1 always, right? These two cases I've derived. Okay, so when it is going to come 0, when one is odd and next one is also odd. Okay, this way, odd plus odd, then modulus with 2, okay, then always it is going to come 0. Same way, if one is even and next one is also even, and if I do the modulus with 2, okay, then always I'm going to get 0 only, right? This is second way. Okay, and for 1 I can say if one is odd, next one is even, and if I do the modulus with 2, I will always get 1. Okay, or if first is even and next one is odd, and if I do the modulus with 2, I will always get 1. Okay, clear, right? So I have derived these things. Okay, so now from these nums, okay, I have to just find out these scenarios only, right? How many total number of odds are there? Okay, so if you see how many number of odds are there, 1 and 3. Okay, we can delete, okay, but we can't change the order, right? Okay, subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting some. Okay, so 1 3, so this is valid. Okay, if I take all evens, then also this is also valid. Okay, 2 and 4, right? And if I take odd even like that, so I will get this 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is my output. Okay, largest one. Same way here, example number 2, if I take all odds, okay, so I will get 4 length only, right? If I take all evens, then 3 length. But if I take odd even odd even odd even, then length is 6. Okay, so longest value subsequence is this. Okay, now here odd, okay, so that's it. All right, so we are only dealing with these patterns, right? Clear? Okay, so this is what we need to do, right? That's it. So here let's suppose uh, one thing is clear, that you have to just count the total number of odds. Okay, how many total number of odds, so that is going to be your one of the pattern. Okay, total number of evens, that is going to be one pattern, right? So just iterate over this nums array, okay, one by one, and check if number is odd, then increment the count of number of odds you see. Okay, right? So here you are getting 1 and 3, odd count is 2, that is one pattern. Okay, longest length. Okay, all odds, all evens, so just count all the even numbers in this nums array, so even plus plus. Okay, and then create one variable even odd, okay, which is going to check this sequence even odd, or odd even odd even. Okay, so even odd you can say, so that simply means even odd or odd even. Okay, that sequence. So whatever the longest length I am going to get among this total number of odds, total number of evens, or total number of even odd, or I can say odd even. Okay, among these, so I have to return the max value, right? Clear? So here if you see, okay, let's suppose if I have pattern here, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so here we have odd, we have even, we have odd, we have even, we have odd. Okay, and same way. Okay, so here if I start with even, okay, the length is increased, right? Length is increased if I start with even. Okay, length is increased. Same way here, if I want to start, if I want to start with odd, then this is going to be length in this. But if I start from even, then this is the length. Okay, so what comes first, we are going to start from here only. Okay, whatever the value comes first, right? Same way, let's suppose here, if odd even odd even odd even. Okay, so here in this case, don't start with e. Okay, start with whatever the first value. Okay, whatever the first parity is there. So if your this sequence start with odd, so start making the pattern from odd even odd even odd even. Okay, like this, don't skip anything. Okay, if you skip, then definitely length will be reduced. Okay, just start from here, because every time it is like this now, odd even odd even odd even. So it's good now if I start from here or from here. Okay, so always start from the first digit. Okay, if it is odd, then choose this odd even odd even odd even. If first digit is even, then choose this even odd even odd even. Okay, so let's write the code, very simple, nothing complex. Okay, so here let me just maximize the screen. Okay, so here what you need to do, just calculate the length of this nums array. So nums dot length. Okay, and here we have to count odds. Okay, we have to count evens, right? So here you can say even is equal to 0, and we have to count even odd even. Okay, whatever you want, so you can name anything here. Okay, you can write even odd or odd even. Okay, so that simply means even odd or even odd or odd even odd even. Okay, so that's it. Okay, and here parity. Okay, so int old parity. Okay, old parity, initially I haven't initially I'm saying 0 only. Okay, old parity, I haven't seen anything, I'm just giving 0 here. Okay, so this is done. then just iterate over your array. Okay, int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. All right, and inside this, if nums of I modulus with 2, okay, if I'm dividing this number with 2 and I get 0, that simply means I'm talking about evens. Okay, so even plus plus, right? And here else, and now just copy this, okay, and paste it here. If nums of I modulus with 2 is equal to 1, okay, that simply means I'm talking about all the odds. Okay, so here odd plus plus. All right, now here I've completed even values, odd values, okay, all this. Now I have to check this pattern: odd even or even odd even odd. Okay, so here if I is equal to 0, that simply means I'm starting from here, okay, first index. Okay, if this is the case, right, so just increment the value of even odd. Okay, so I have started from very first number. Okay, so even odd plus plus. Okay, and now here just check what is my current number, if it is even or if it is odd. Okay, so here I'm just going to update the value of this old parity. Old parity is equal to nums of I modulus with 2. Okay, if nums of I modulus with 2 value equal to 0, that simply means I'm talking about even, right? Otherwise I'm talking about odd. Okay, so that's what we need to write. Okay, so nums of I modulus with 2 equal to 0, then 0, otherwise 1. Okay, so this is odd parity. Okay, so this is done, right? Now next time here, whatever I'm adding, right, so this is the old parity. Okay, old parity is going to give me 0 if it is even, or 1 if it is odd. Okay, so old parity is set to 0, that simply means odd. Okay, so now what is the parity of my current number? Okay, current number, so I can say, I can simply copy this. So here I'm going to create one variable int parity. Okay, so this is for the parity of the current number. Okay, parity of the current number, and current number, and this is the old parity. Okay, the number which I have already added in this even out. Okay, so this is the parity of the current number. Okay, next time whatever the number comes. Okay, so here or condition, okay, I is equal to 0, then simply I'm adding. But if I is equal to not 0, okay, then I am going to check one more thing. If my parity, okay, the new parity, okay, the parity that comes from here, okay, if it is not equal to old parity, then only I have to update. Okay, so if it is even, the next time I'm checking 1. Okay, it's not equal to old parity. Okay, so in that case only I'm updating this. Okay, that's it, right? And from here you have to simply return math dot max of even, okay, and odd, and here your new variable, this even odd, okay, this pattern also. So here just put it also inside this math dot max. Okay, that's it. All right, so now let's run the code and see if there are any code issues. So all the test cases has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And the time complexity for this problem is going to be of n, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.